So last week, what we were looking at was finding line equations, and we're sticking with that this week. But last week, our focus was on the formula y equals mx plus c. Now remember, in this formula, we had two bits, m, which is our gradient, and we had c, which is the y-intercept. Now, today, we're going to be getting information about line equations in various different formats. And the first one we're going to look at is where we're given a gradient and a point, but that point is not the y-intercept. And we're going to need a slightly new version of this equation to deal with that, which is y minus b equals m lots of x minus a. And we're going to use this form where AB, or A comma B, is a point that the line has to go through, and M is the gradient. And this is a really important little formula to learn and to know. So let's do some examples. It will make a lot more sense when I do that. So here's our examples. So we're asked to find the equation of the line with gradient 3, which passes through the point 4 minus 7. And here is that formula. Y minus b equals m lots of x minus a. Well, I said the point AB is our place that we're going through, and that's our x coordinate is our A, and our y coordinate of our point is our value for B. So there's the first thing, and then like we had last week, our gradient here is m. So let's put that information in. And this is a great bit. You're just putting information into a formula. So y minus, now be careful putting a negative in, so I'm going to put that in brackets. Y minus minus 7 equals m, which is 3, x minus a, which is 4. So I've just replaced b with minus 7, m with 3, and a with 4. Now I want to rearrange, tidy up a wee bit. Minus minus is the same as plus. I can expand the bracket on this side, so I can do 3 times the x, 3 times minus 4. So that gives me 3x minus 12. I can then take my 7 off both sides. So I end up getting 3x minus 19 when I take this 7 off this side and I take the 7 off there. Great, so that is our first answer. Now it's your turn to have a go. So same idea, I've laid it exactly the same. Gradient of 4 passes through minus 1, 3. Have a go, pause the video, and then we will run through that in just a moment. Super, so hopefully you've had a go at that. Very first step, write down the formula. Second thing we need to do is just identify all those key things. So our value for B is our y coordinate of our point. The value for A is our x coordinate for the point. And our gradient is our m. So put all that information in. We have y minus 3, because that's our B. M is 4 here. And then be careful, because our A this time is a negative, so we're doing minus minus 1. Let's tidy up. Well, let's only do one thing at a time. Let's deal with the minus minus first. Don't try and do too much at one go. So the minus minus becomes a plus. Dealing with the next little thing, we're going to expand. So we get y minus 3 equals, and expanding that bracket gives us 4x plus 4. Adding 3 to both sides, we get y equals 4x plus 7. So that gives you 2 examples to work from. There are a few other little details that can happen. You're not always going to have minus minuses. So if both these are positive, you've got one less step to do, which is great. There are a few other little details you'll pick up on, but the examples that I've given you to do are very, very similar to these two here. So each time you're starting with your formula, subbing in all the numbers from the question, and then just 2 or 3 little rearranging steps to get your final line equation. Have a go, see how you get on, and then on the next video, we're going to build on this skill and use this skill to take things a little bit further.